Hey guys, it's Oluvids, and over the past summer there's been a ton, and I mean a ton, of different trailers that we've seen throughout things for Square Enix. Lots of different game announcements and game release dates and all that. So I basically like to go over all the new stuff and the different announcements that have gone on during this little period. So things like the PlayStation State of Play, the Summer Game Fest, Square Enix Presents, and just other things like the recent Nintendo Direct Mini. Lots of stuff like that. So anyway, let's get into this and let's, talk about what is coming. So the thing that's coming the soonest is the Stranger of Paradise DLC, the first part of the season pass, and it's called Trials of the Dragon King. Apparently, they're gonna have the original Warrior of Light, the guy you see in Dissidia, representing Final Fantasy 1, coming back, even has his party there as well. Looks like Bahamut's there as well. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't played this game yet, so I don't know the story, relevance to it and all that, or if this is canon. But it looks like you're gonna be able to have a boss fight against the Warrior of Light, which is really cool. If you remember, this is a game with Jack Garland and Jed and Ash and all that, Neon, those guys. So it should be pretty cool seeing them clash and fight and seeing, them both from, different eras of Final Fantasy trying to fight. Next, we got Live Alive, which not only got a demo for Nintendo Switch, but also coming out in July 22nd. So that's also coming really soon, 2 days after the Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise DLC, which is pretty interesting. But if you don't know, Live Alive is a remake. It's a remake of an older game where you play a bunch of different stories from different time periods, like Wild West or Feudal Japan, things like that. And yeah, it's made the HD 2D system, which is basically like Octopath Traveler and things like that. So you can download the demo right now, and if you want to play that and transfer your data over to the full game, you can do that. And the full thing comes out July 22nd, so definitely look forward to that if you're into Live Alive, or if you want to get into it for the first time. All right, next one, we actually have some Dragon Quest news for once. It's been a long time since we even heard anything about Dragon Quest. So it was shown at the recent Nintendo Direct Mini that Dragon Quest Treasures is coming, and that is a Dragon Quest game based on characters from Dragon Quest XI. If you know Eric from Dragon Quest XI, he is the thief character. He has quite a bit of a backstory, and we learn more about him and his sister throughout the game. But they're making a game based on his past, and it's going to be him and his sister when they're younger. It's going to be kind of like a Dragon Quest Monsters kind of thing, so it's kind of like a spin-off game. Things should be pretty fun. You get a party of monsters and all that, have them fight, raise them, alongside fighting with Eric and his sister. So yeah, if you're into Dragon Quest, you might have heard of this, might not have heard of it, but you're going to want to get it on September 12th. Next, we got the fact that DioFIeld Chronicles is being launched on September 22nd. It's a strategy game, so if you're into strategy type games where you have your units moving around and all that, you got to place their positions and all that. Keep an eye on that. It is a new IP, so yeah. Okay, next we also got some news for Valkyrie Elysium finally. If you don't know what the Valkyrie series is, it's been around for a while. You might have seen things like Valkyrie Profile before. There's other games from that series. So yeah, Valkyrie Elysium is going to be the newest one, and apparently it's coming out September 29th. They just got a new trailer, so it's an action RPG this time around. And, you got kind of 4 weapons. It looks like Final Fantasy 15, but even cooler. It's got the 4 weapons wheel, and you can do these crazy combos. Very, combo heavy system. Every Valkyrie fan, be excited for that. Also, alongside Valkyrie Elysium, there's going to be a port of Valkyrie Profile Lenneth, which is, the PSP port. And it's going to be launching for PS4 and PS5 on the same day as launch day for Valkyrie Elysium on September 29th. So that's pretty cool. They put, the old game on there as well as the new game. So you could play that old game, and then after you play the old game, you could just immediately go on the new game in the same exact system. So you don't need to, hunt down a mobile version of this or whatever. Next one we have is really cool. So this was also at the Nintendo Direct Mini, and it is Nier Automata, coming out to Nintendo Switch on October 6th. Now, this isn't even a cloud port. No, this is just a full actual port of the game. So this is in the Switch. It's not going to be streamed to it. So yeah, if you want to play as 2B and all that on your Switch on the go, you can definitely do that. And you're even going to get some new outfits and new costumes. We don't know if there's going to be any new story content, but there's going to be new costumes at the very least. So if you wanted to play Nier Automata and you don't have a PlayStation or Xbox, or if you just wanted to play it on the go, you can do it on Switch on October 6th. Next, we have Star Ocean, which is coming out on October 27th. In this one, Divine Force, they're apparently going to be kind of like a futuristic space crew that's going to get stranded on a planet that's more in the medieval setting in terms of their development and all that. And you got 2 different paths in terms of the person who is, his crew crash landed on that ship and he's trying to find them. You also have the person who's trying to stop a conflict on her planet where she's, she's from the medieval planet. And there's apparently going to be 2 paths, and I guess you'll see how they converge eventually. But if you're into the new Star Ocean, or just into Star Ocean in general, then you could definitely get that on October 27th. Next, we have a new game called Harvestella. This is a new IP for Square Enix, and this is a farming/action RPG. I don't even know how to describe this thing, but it looks like, you got your little farming, things like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, doing that. But then you also go in and start fighting a bunch of these crazy guys going through different dungeons and all that. You can do different character quests. And this was, by the way, this is also in the Nintendo Direct Mini. But yeah, this game looked really interesting, and the art style looked really nice. Like, especially the character illustrations looked really good. They caught my eye a lot. And this is coming on November 4th for Nintendo Switch. So if you're into, I don't know, Animal Crossing and want a bit of action in it, then this could be your game right here. Next, we have a bunch of Final Fantasy stuff. This is the fact that the Final Fantasy Ever Crisis beta is coming in 2022, as well as the full release, and it's got the original games, got Crisis Core, Dirge, Advent Children, Before Crisis, all those included. Not only that, there seems to be some new storyline they're adding. In the new trailer that was shown in the Final Fantasy VII presentation, we had a younger looking Sephiroth, so maybe we're gonna get like an extra episode Sephiroth's backstory or something. Maybe his first day is a first-class soldier, I don't know, but it seems pretty interesting. We'll probably see it in 2022 or in a later update or something. Next, we have Final Fantasy VII Reunion. I actually have a reaction up on this and the thing I'm going to announce last. So this is actually Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. It is a remaster, or you could say remake, but it leans more to a remaster. However, they're going to have new graphics as well as new audio, voice acting in there. Looks like there's some line alterations as well, so I don't know if they're going to add any new story context or anything like that, or any new story content, but from what we've seen so far, it looks like it's still the regular Crisis Core story. We don't know if this is going to tie into Final Fantasy VII Remake story or anything like that, but you can get it on things like Nintendo Switch and PS4, everything honestly, in winter 2022, so we don't know the exact date, but we know the window for it. Also, we have the fact that Forspoken, if you remember, Forspoken is it looks like an isekai type game, like someone from the normal world got sent to a world of magic, and the character I remember what stuck out to me was that she had some really cool uses of magic and all that. Yeah, it's being made by, you know, not the Japanese teams, but more of the American teams for Square Enix. And unfortunately, this game got delayed from October of this year to January 2023. I'm guessing because they need to iron out some more things, need to work on it a bit more, because, I mean, yeah, why else would you delay it? Apparently, it was also delayed twice. It was going to release in March, but then released the delayed to October and now January. Hopefully it doesn't end up in development hell or anything, but Forspoken's going to be delayed for a bit more, which I guess it makes it less crowded in terms of October, November, and September around that time. So yeah, if you're looking forward to Forspoken, you're going to have to be waiting a little bit more. Next, we got Final Fantasy 16. They show off a trailer over the PlayStation State of Play, and they have, you know, they show off a bunch of the cool things like the summons and all that. People like Garuda are coming in, and that is coming out on summer of 2023. So yeah, that trailer showed off a lot more of the combat and all that. And, you know, it's not even that long until the, you know, launch day of it, or at least the launch window. Summer 2023, so sometime next year. And also coming next year, which is also the last thing I have on the list, is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is the second part of the Final Fantasy VII Remake saga. This one's coming winter 2023, so it's somewhere around that window, could be January of 2024. Even then, that's not even too far off, and they announced that they're going to have a third project working. We don't know the title of that, but that's being worked on. And yeah, so Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to be the second part of the remake saga. We saw Cloud and Sephiroth walking around, presumably around Mount Nibble, and I mean, yeah, that's mainly what we saw. A couple other things here and there, like White Feather, but this isn't like a analysis thing or anything. Just letting you know that it is on the way, and there will be a third game in the saga at some point in the future. So if you guys enjoyed, and if you found out about a game you didn't realize was announced, definitely leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what your favorite thing from this list here is. Like, what are you most excited for? I'm probably most excited for, let's say, Final Fantasy 16, I think. That one, I've, you know, been waiting for a new Final Fantasy for a long time. I like 7 and all that, but, you know, I like a new one I've been waiting for a while, so that one's going to be really exciting. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.